It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Younger, I found out my dad is a pet, and I look just like him. So I see him every day. Every time I look in the mirror, I see my dad. Like, I'm the female version of him. But the thing that bothers me the most about it is that a couple years ago, I found out that he is a deacon at somebody's church. And I'm not religious, but I respect people's beliefs. And that is just insanity to me. I don't know the name of the church. I don't know the city of the church, but I know that my brother, who is my brother by him, is the one who told me. So I know it's true. But it's crazy. It's so crazy. I was probably going to tell the story even if nobody asked, but I'm kind of glad that y'all did. I think like 3 people did in the comments. So get ready with me. I'm about to take my dog for a walk. We're going to try to go for about 2 hours today since they haven't got much exercise this week. And I will tell y'all about my piece of shit of a father. I want to start off by saying that there are certain things that I'm not going to speak about because other people are involved in this that really have been traumatized, and that's just not my story to tell. I am just going to tell it from my point of view. So a little backstory. I was born in Massachusetts, and that is where my dad lives. My dad he was married at the time. I'm not sure if they're still married. They could be. I don't know. I was probably about 6, 7, or 8, somewhere in that age range. And I remember that I would always be at his house with him and his wife. My mom would just drop me off over there. Sometimes my sister on his side would be there. Sometimes she wouldn't. So yeah, I was always over there. But the crazy thing is that I've always called this man by his first name. I never called him dad. And at the time, I did not know he was my dad. But I was a kid. I wasn't thinking too much about it. Like, all I knew was that I was going over there. I was having a good time. He was nice to me. His wife was nice to me. Like, I wasn't thinking anything of it. Then there was just one random day. He sat me and my sister down, and he was like, I gotta tell y'all something. Y'all are sisters. I am Aisha's dad too. And I was a little confused, but then things started making sense. I mean, at this point, like I said, I was between 6 and 8 years old. I didn't understand a lot back then, but things finally started making sense as to why my mom was bringing me over there and why I was always with them. Now here comes the sad part. My mom was 15 years old when my dad raped her. He was 40 at the time. She was 15. Damn. I can't share all the details about that because I really don't know everything. All I know is that I'm a rape baby. It's not funny, but, and I know my mom was 15, my dad was 40, and he was married at the time. Now, when he told me that he was my dad, it didn't click to me at that time. Again, I was young, and I didn't know how old my mom was. But over the years, this was after our family left Massachusetts and we moved to Georgia. Honestly, I think I was younger than 6 to 8. Maybe I was like 5. I don't know how old I was, to be honest. It's been a very long time. But we moved to Georgia, so I wasn't seeing him anymore. But I started getting older, asking questions. And then things started to click. You know, now I know how old my mom is. I know how old I am. And I know how old my dad is. And I'm like, these ages, they don't sound too good. So me and my sister, we started having conversations about it. And she was older than me. She's 2 years older than me. So she talked to him a little bit more than I did, and she actually called him dad because she knew from the beginning that he was her dad. But we do have different moms. And we started, just talking about it, putting the timelines together, and that's when we realized, yeah, this ain't right. So I asked my mom about it, and one of the reasons why I can't really go into detail is because this is her story. Well, that would be her story to tell, not mine. But I am a product of the situation, so speaking from my point of view, I asked my mom about it. She told me what happened, and I was like, damn. So this whole time, well, not the whole time, but while I was younger at his house, this man was married. He had one outside baby from his wife, which was my sister, and he had another outside baby from raping a 15-year-old girl, which was me. Not me, the 15-year-old girl, but I was the outside baby from the girl. And I was so confused on why this lady stayed with him. She was such a sweet lady. She was never mean to me, never mean to my sister. She was very sweet. She took care of us very well, but I did not understand why she stayed with him. And the worst part about it is a lot of people knew. A lot of people knew, and nobody did anything. Nobody did anything. Some people even blamed my mom for what he did to her. And me personally, I don't care about teenagers that appear to be more sexual, or the ones that they like to call fast. Personally, I don't give a fuck about that. As a grown person, you should not be looking at them. Like, there's nothing that you could say that that teenager did that would make it acceptable for a grown-ass 40-year-old man to think it's okay to have sex with her. There's nothing you can say. So whether it was consensual or whether it was straight up violent, it's wrong, period. It's wrong. I don't condone it. Fuck that man. And the last thing I'm going to say is that I found out that he is a deacon a couple years ago through my brother. I have 2 older brothers. They're both probably pushing 40, if not already by now. So the oldest brother, he was raised by my dad. He had a very good childhood. The next brother, he didn't. My dad was not there for him. So he has ill feelings towards my dad too. And he was the one who told me, which is why I know it's true. Like, this man ain't got no reason to lie. And I actually Googled it. I looked it up not too long ago, and I found the church. I found the church that he was deacon at, and it really scares me because y'all know people who commit crimes like this, they don't just stop if they don't get caught. They only stop when they get caught. So it makes me think about how many other girls or even grown women that he did that to. How many other kids could he have that we don't know about? It scares me. And to know that he is in a church with people who are, honey, what are you doing? With people who trust him and people who are vulnerable and are there for a specific reason. Knowing that he's in a place of leadership at that church, it pisses me off. Because y'all know that a lot of shit be happening in the church, and it's always by the men who be in those leadership positions.
What to do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional. And yes, we stay in lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard, Dizzy, Keisha Lit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the link down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com. Okay? Yep. Use the discount code everydaypj at checkout now, man. Hey, them deacons be some nasty mother. Okay? Them deacons be some nasty mother. Okay? In my church, the deacon was sleeping with the pastor's son. Okay? Yeah, we all knew the pastor's son was, you know what I'm saying? We already knew that, but then, you know, we didn't know that the deacon was busting him down. And I used to see the deacon, man. He used to have these big ass diamond rings on his fingers. On all of them. He used to be blinged out. Yeah, he was icing that boy down. Anyway, nasty ass deacons. Yep, mama gotta be about 45 right about now, so about my age. She look about 30. You know what I'm saying? She said she got older brothers, it's about 40. So if I would assume that, you know, either she's anywhere between 30 and 35, her older brothers are 40, and her mom got to be between 50 and 45 and 55 somewhere. But if she 15 years older, she don't look 40. But if she is 40, honey look young. You know what I'm saying? Honey look young to 40. I'm gonna tell you what, but she don't look 40. I don't see 40 over there. But black don't crack over there. Okay. The edges though, they look 40. No, just, but she was over there jailing them down old school way. Nah, she gotta be in her 40s. No, she ain't. She's at her brother 40. No, she can't be, because the way she using jail, these women don't use jail no more. They be on that they be straight using they be using wigs and doing whatever they do to the wigs and making a baby hair. I don't even know if they use pro style jail no more. But yeah, that's crazy. Cause and something told me that she was gonna say that everybody knew and didn't nobody do nothing. Something in my heart said people just swept this under the rug. You bunch of nasty mother suckers. A bunch of them, man. Like, that's crazy, man. I would be like, and how do you now grow up and deal with something like that and have to understand that you wasn't made from love. You was probably made from a horny, nasty man. I don't know what your mama was. You know, the people blaming your mama is crazy. Okay? Your mama may have known what she was doing, but being manipulated by a 40-year-old man is still wrong. You know what I mean? It's like, it's still manipulation. It don't matter how fast your mama could be a downright 304. But if a man is 40 and she 15, easily manipulated. The easier she is, the easier it is to manipulate her. You know, he knew what he was doing. Okay? Look, man. Hey. It's not okay. So I'm glad she said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this man. I know your backstory. We not having that. I wonder how the mom felt. The mom will probably never know. She ain't about to tell that story. She ain't about to get on. She ain't like these new people. Get on TikTok telling their life story about how they was so out there and doing the most and letting a 40-year-old man shoot up the club. She ain't about to get on TikTok and tell that story. But the fact was all we could say is she was a child, being, doing what kids do. Act out, think they grown, think they could do this, do that. And if you're doing that and somebody sees you as a target, because she was a target, it don't matter if she was in the hood and she was young and fast, an older dude was gonna try to clap that. He was gonna clap that. Yep. He's gonna clap them cheeks. And yeah. And he didn't. And there was no jail story, there was no probation story, there was nothing. Everybody around failed that young girl. Everybody failed her. Even if it was her fault, you still gotta go. Even if it was her fault, still gotta go. Still gotta go do time. Pregnant, just even have intercourse, touching, kissing, anything, gotta go. Jail. Don't pass go. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'ma holler at you later too.